Alright, so here we are. We're going to do a quick run through of every team's top 5 prospects, probably, just to kind of give a sense of who's got what and where the next crop of great players will be coming from. Um, like I said, I'm going to do about the top 5 for each team, unless I spot somebody that really catches my eye. Um, kind of like a guy like, let's see, Jorge Colon here. um, for Amsterdam. Um, it's just something that really pops out, like his 75 stuff. Um, but we'll start with Amsterdam and we'll go from there. Number one prospect for Amsterdam is Juan Reyes. I'm going to try and stay on the OSA ratings as well, just because that's what uh, the game, the sim rates them by, and their prospect, my head scout, has nothing to do with how they're rated. So I'm gonna stick with OSA ratings. Juan Reyes is the number 12 overall prospect in the WBL. Um, looks like a good prospect. I'm not sure what his ratings are defensively. Not good. But he is just 18. Well, he'll be 19 shortly. But he's looking like first baseman. 40 range isn't terrible for a first baseman, and it will probably improve, seeing as how he's only 18. So looks like a really good first base prospect. Good contact, really good power. Um, didn't have a great year starting last year, but he was only 17 then, so um, I'm sure he'll slowly improve. Looks like he started off well so far this season. 4 walks, 500 on base percentage through 4 games. Let's see. Number 2, Humphrey Tully. Um, 60 stuff, 60 movement, 60 control. Not bad. Pitches don't really seem to have much. Good splitter. Um, he is actually not far from being WB already. Probably another season. Um, I don't know. He could be used in the rotation. Yeah, he could be used in the rotation. He is the number 45 overall prospect in the WBL. Let's see. Go back up here. Jorge Aranda, who is the number 48 prospect overall in the WBL. Um, contact needs some help. Had a really rough go of it in A-ball last season. Um, he's got really good gap power, and his speed will help with that a lot. Um, if he can get that up and get his contact up, he'll be a doubles and triples machine, but he's got a ways to go. When your base ratings are in the 20s, um, you've got a lot of improving to do. My scout sees his ratings, his current ratings a little higher, but also sees his potential a little less. So great defense though. So it's all about that potential rising and him meeting it. So we'll see if he can get there. Uh, Wino here. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that name. Berto's last name. That first name's crazy though. Um, 45 stamina. If he can get that knuckle curve up though, he'll have 3 really good pitches. Not much movement, even though it says he's ground ball tendency. Um, so yeah, I don't know. He is actually pitching for Amsterdam now, coming out of the pen though. So yeah, that's what I figured. I would figure pen type guy, bullpen type guy, but could be used as a starter. He was decent in 12 innings last year for the Tulips, so he'll be a good piece. Kind of a swing man. Could do either way. And their number 5 prospect, Roman Colon. 3 pitches. Good, really good fastball, good forkball. Slider's got a little ways to go. No, stuff's not overwhelming, but with the movement and control potential there, could be a useful guy. Number four, number five could be useful. All right, and he was, let's see, yeah, number 61 prospect overall. All right, let's move along to Berlin. Julian Quasimodo, I'm gonna say Cretan or Cretian. I don't know, however you want to say it. Really good looking prospect. His off speed stuff. Is this where he's gonna make his money? Slider and change up. He's got a whole lot of growing still to do, but he's only 18, so he's got time. Um, Great stamina. Off to a really good start in A-ball this year. So I expect him to continue to do well. And I know Rutgers Mike needs him. And I believe he is the number two prospect overall. Number two overall. Next up, we got Jeff Watson, another really good looking pitcher. 65, 60, 60 across his basic pitching ratings. 265 pitches, fastball cutter, a 60 splitter with some knuckle curve action and a little change up there. Pitched well in college and is off to a good start in A-ball this season. His last start was, wow, dominant. 8 innings, 1 unearned run, 12 strikeouts. Only used 96 pitches. Old Trixie. And he is the number 23 prospect overall. Let's see, yeah, Rutgers Mike, he's heavy on the pitching here. Yaman Gayath, another. I like this guy about as much as the last guy. 60s across the board, 460 plus pitches. Um, yeah, I really like it when you can have a bunch of pitches that are really good. I really like this guy. Let's see, he's got him in A-ball. Probably go ahead and call him up to Double A. He had a really good season last season. And I'm sure, yeah, 5 innings, he's given up nothing, striking out 11. Once your good pitchers start striking out double-digit guys in as few as 5 innings, it's about time to call him up. And his current ratings are so good that you could probably go ahead and call him up to Double A, and he'd be fine. And he was the number 25 prospect overall. So 3 pitching prospects in the top 25 overall for Mike here. Tony Bannatyne, age 18. Let's see. Good control. Some solid pitches. Really good stamina, really good hold runners. He's a lefty. So, 4th round pick. And number 41 prospect overall. So, a 4th round pick is the number 41 prospect overall. That's a good pickup. That is a really good pickup. See if he hit some really big jumps right here. April 1st. Potential stuff went from 40 to 55. Potential control went from 50 to 55. Stamina jumped up. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. You draft these guys and you're like, 40 stuff, he's not going to be anything. And the next update comes out and he's jumped up 15 potential spots. And number 5, Chris Bean. Another good looking pitcher. Not quite as good as the other guys, but number 47 prospect overall. So his top 5 pitching prospects are all in the top 50 overall. So Mike's got some pitching coming. That's good for him. All right, Buenos Aires. Number 1 prospect for Buenos Aires is catcher Pete Wilkinson. Pretty good defensive ratings there. He'll continue to get better in that catcher rating. Probably about a 55 catcher rating there with those ratings. Bat looks good. Gap power's not really there, but I love the combination of power and discipline. He's got 55. He can get that 55 contact. That'll help. He'll be a 270 hitter, um, with like a 350 on base percentage, hitting 30 some homers a year. So that would be a really nice to get a above average defensive catcher hitting like that. Number two prospect, Larry Stover. Um, as it says, borderline starter. I would agree with that because of this third pitch here. It's, I think it's good enough to be a starter, but it's borderline. 60, 60, 65, sinker baller. I love sinker ballers, and a slider. I like him. Throw him in the rotation, definitely. 70 stamina. Sorry, I haven't looked at. He was a number 40 overall prospect, and Wilkinson here is the number 22 overall prospect. 3, Mike Hill. Just drafted him in the last draft in the second round. I was going to pick him up in the first round, but I picked a guy named Yakobo Osakwe as a shortstop instead. This was my second guy that I was going to pick if Osakwe wasn't there, but he lasted all the way to Osik at the 25th pick of the second round. Great stuff. 70 fastball, 60 curve, 60 slider. It's all about that movement. I don't know if it's going to improve or not. If it gets up to like 55, you got a 65, 55, 65 guy with those kind of pitches, then that'd be an outstanding second round pick. He would still be useful now, honestly. 45 movement guys can be useful. They're going to give up homers, but if with his stuff, he's going to strike guys out too. So it's not going to be that huge of a big of a deal. And he's the number 78 prospect overall. Felicidade Ponce, kind of like a Mike Hale. Um, Good stuff. Not much movement. Average control. And he is getting up there in age. So, gotta wonder if he's going to reach his potential in these ratings or not. I think I remember reading that once they reach about age 26, their growth begins to stagnate. So we'll see. He's been in the system a long time and still not doing well. Um, so you got to wonder there if he's going to continue growing. And he is not in the top 100 prospects. And number 5, Rafael Araricio. A plethora of pitches. Great stamina and hold runners. Good stuff, good movement. Average control, which you'd hope would come up as he grows. Decent looking prospect. International free agent signing in 2051. Alright, Buffalo. There's not much going on in Buffalo. I'm not even going to spend much time going over it, just because Lloyd's mortgaged his future for what he's got in the present. This is his number one prospect here. Not even in the top 100. Some okay pitches, I guess. Just not much going on. Lloyd, I'm just not going to spend much time talking about your guys, man, because you don't have much. Interesting guy there. First baseman that not much of a bat. Yeah, he picked this guy up in free agency. He was Mr. Rivera here. Was spent his entire career in the Kabul farm system, bouncing back and forth between starter and closer, and just never could get the control or the movement. And he's his number 2 prospect. So we'll move along. Cairo, number 1 prospect is Elliot Ware. Looks like a very good outfielder. He is the number 21 prospect overall. Very good defensively. Bat's coming along. Will be good. Could play center field. Would be a really, really good, probably like a 75-80 defensive corner outfielder. Probably about a 60 defensive center fielder. So you could play him anywhere out there and he'd be fine. He's bunting. You could bunt all day long. Gonna steal tons of bases. Gonna hit for power if he reaches his potential. Really good prospect. No doubt earning that number 1 in the system. Number 2, Edgardo the Poet Caballero, the number 42 prospect overall. Good stuff. 2 pitches mainly. A little show me change up. Good enough to be a starter. Good movement. Average control. Decent looking little prospect. Number 3, Iamochi Shibata, the 3rd overall pick in our latest draft. Um, for a heavy power, high contact first baseman who is 6'6", 225, he runs like Cam Newton, except faster. So, um, that's kind of funny. But he looks like a good prospect. Defense will have to get a little better, which I'm not sure if it will with his age, but maybe a little bit. Um, looks like a good first baseman prospect. You get a little addition here of speed to go with the power, so that's nice. Won't be clogging up the base paths. Number 4, Sal Lynch, who is actually in the WBL now. Average defensive catcher. Has got some power. Um, yeah, good player there. I like him. 5, Pedro Garcia. Hot stuff. Good defensive third baseman. That's about the prototypical third baseman right there with low turn double play, high infield arm. That's third base all the way. And he looks good too. Looks like a good prospect. He's only 18, so he's got some movement. Just turned 18. High contact. Some decent power. He kind of reminds me of David Lopez on my squad. Very similar offensive category there. Should turn out to be a good player, and that's the top 5 for Cairo. Let's move along to Dublin. Number 1, most of his guys are in the major leagues. Most of his top. Sam Young, we've gone over him. Came from Amsterdam. Really good looking pitcher. Should strike out tons of guys for years and years and years. Only 22. Number 2, Alfie here, also in the majors. Really good center fielder. Still progressing, but only 23 years old. He'll continue to get better. Number 3, Moritz, also in the WBL. Really good bat. I'm not going to say average. Really good defensive outfielder as well. Corner outfielder. Probably more of a left fielder with the lower arm, but could play left or right really well. Great bat. Great bat. 70 eye discipline if that gets up to go with a 65 power and gap. I mean, he's just going to be able to hit the ball anywhere he wants. Number 4, Randy Cresswell. The first overall pick in last year's draft. Really the stud of the draft. The one. There was really no debate on who was going to be picked first. Rad needs to put him in his starting lineup, though. No reason he should only have 2 plate appearances through 2 games. He should be starting. Start that man. Get him at bats. He'll be ready to go in your WBL team in the next year if you can get him at bats. He's a stud. Could play short, really, if you wanted him to. But he'll be good anywhere. Only 20 years old, so he's still got some growth, too. And number 5, Jorge Rodriguez, that Dublin also has in the WBL as their closer at the moment. Really good fastball. Will have a really good curveball. Ground ball pitcher, 99 to 101 velocity. I mean, what more could you ask for as a closer? He'll be top of the line closer for years. And he got him in the 2nd round with a 22nd overall pick. Number 31 prospect. And I do believe Rad has the number 1. I'll check it right quick, but I'm pretty sure he has the number 1 overall minor league system. Yes, he does. Right ahead of Helsingborg, who we're going to get to shortly. So yeah, all those guys you just saw will be future WBL All Stars. So Rad's on the way up. He is on the way up, no doubt. False Bay. Let's see what they've got going on here. Number one prospect for them, Walter Estrada. Um, Number 74 prospect overall. Um, I don't know. He's a decent little pitcher. Um, Not much in the way of stuff. You know, a good slider, okay forkball, okay fastball. Um, be really good out of the pen, but he could start as well. Number 4, number 5 type, third round pick. So you're getting good value there if you can get a number 4 in the third round. Number 2, Julian Pineda, I don't know, Julian, whatever. Another bugs. Um, if he reaches his potential bat, he'll look good. That offense is not very good. He may switch to first base unless this really improves defensively. Could still be a good first baseman, especially if he gets a little more power. Um, that defense would play to probably about a 55, 60, 65 maybe first baseman. So he would be a really good defensive first baseman, but we'll see what he plans to do. Number 3, Steve Mirlaveld, Curaçaoan, who is, oh, yep, I was about to say he looks ready to go WBL wise in the bullpen, and he is. He is playing in the WBL for False Bay. Chico Lourinho out of Portugal. Um, Corner outfielder, left fielder really. There's no way you're gonna put him in right field with that arm. Um, Good gap power. Yeah, home run power still coming along. He's 21, so it's got some time. Um, get that home run power up there. He'd be a decent little corner outfielder, decent left fielder. Tore up Double A last season in the time he was there, so yeah, good little guy there. And last but not least, Gerard Fernandez. Let's see, first baseman. Yeah, some good power there. Just kind of hope he keeps improving. Got him in Double A, age 20, so he's got some time. All right, moving along. Helsingborg, the number 2 overall uh, farm system here, and he's got some studs. And this guy, he traded Buffalo for him, and he looked nothing like this when he got him in that trade. Um, just if he reaches this potential, I just shut it down. You know, he'll be the best ever and his injury history is durable. So if he reaches that potential, just shut it down. I'm a little afraid of that control still being as low as it is at age 22. Um, with all those pitches, you have to wonder, is he going to be able to get his control up? I really don't see it. I really don't see him reaching that potential. Um, I see it more as my head scout showing him 70, 65, 65 with, I mean, still, even if he reaches what my head scout says, he'll be one of the best pitchers in the WBL. But this is just insanity. Um, I don't even know what to say about it. I really don't. If he 80, 65, 75, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna reach that. You know, his stuff and his movement's there. His stuff is about there. But it's all about controlling it, and you have to wonder if he's gonna get there. I don't know if he'll reach 75. It'll get up there, but maybe not 75. But still, even if he got to like 55, 80, 65, 55 would be with these kind of pitches. And he'd be a shutdown guy. Gargoyle here, good looking pitcher. You know, decent fastball, great curve, great changeup. Um, 60, 65, 70. I mean, another top of the rotation type guy. And check out that facial hair. Nice. Sorry, he's the number 7 prospect. I didn't have to say it, but Pepe, the Iceman here, he was the number 1 overall prospect in the WBL. Didn't have to be said, but figured I'd say it. Jorge Balbuena, another stud. Could be used as a center fielder, probably more so high range left fielder. Either one, though. Really, you could play him either way. He is the number 8 prospect, so 3 of the top 8 go to Helsingborg. 2 pitchers and a center fielder here. High power, high eye, high contact, good speed. Um, really good looking prospect. Number 4, another pitcher, Lucas Rossell. Fastball, sinker, curve. Love sinker ballers. Doesn't really have high stamina, but you know he's gonna start, no doubt. Number 17 prospect overall. Um, really good looking pitcher again. And Murat Aliyev, who is in AAA, almost WBL ready. Quite a few, 4 good above average pitches. Good movement, good control. A little above average stuff, but I mean he's got good enough stuff and all the other ratings here to be really good. Probably a number 3, number 4, low number 3, high number 4 type pitcher. So, yeah, I could continue going down the list and bring up some really good prospects. Look, Matt Backhouse here, future stud reliever. He's his number 10 prospect. So, Nicholas Winstone, another future stud reliever. Bats, let's see. Nikki Ansley, who I'll be going over in another video about international complex guys for each squad. Look at those ratings. If he reaches those, absolute stud. But yeah, he's set up. Orlando really knows how to build a team. Really knows how to keep his minors stocked, and does well at it. Istanbul for Yankee here, number 1 prospect, Sabretooth Knowles, number 2 overall pick in the 2050 draft. Yankees really pushed him up the ladder here, got him in AAA already. I don't know about pushing him that far, that fast. He's not AAA ready in my mind. With these ratings, I would prefer to have him in AA, especially since his 1 season in AA, he barely got his ERA below 4.5. But I don't know, maybe Yankee wants him up in the WBL soon. So we'll see. He's durable, so that's good. He is the number 10 prospect overall. And a good one. 365 plus pitches, 60 movement, 60 possible controls, 70 stuff. He's going to strike out a lot of people. Good looking dude. Gil McDonald, 3rd overall pick in the 2051 draft. Could play short, could play second. Doesn't have any experience at short. I would get this man some experience at short. Although I guess he's got Tomas there right now, so he'd be, as you can see, a stud second baseman. But we'd love to see him get some experience at shortstop as well. Really good bat. Really good pickup for Yankee in that draft. 3rd overall pick, who's actually playing in the WBL, Samuel Jeffson. Great speed, great power. Hope to see him continue to get that contact up, but good third baseman. Well, he's got him at second, but I would prefer him at third. Number 4, Wanfu Wei, 5th overall pick in the 2051 draft. Good future first baseman, above average defense, and I really like his bat. Got that above average contact to go with the gap, the home run, and the good eye. So yeah, like having a guy that can hit for power and get on base. And number 5, Albert Astorius. 360 pitches, all off speed stuff. Fastball's not really overpowering. But he's got good stamina and he holds runners well because he's a lefty. 60, 60, 60 across the board. Good looking little pitcher. Dracula. I like him. Another number three. Number three, number four type guy, I would think. And that's the top five for Istanbul. Kabul. I'm another team that most of my guys are in the WBL right now that they have listed here. So, Felix Alvarado. Um, he's the number three prospect in the WBL, but he won't be on that list for long. He's already tearing the WBL up from last season. Kaniliak, he is in the WBL as well. Number 13 prospect overall. I wish I could get that range up. Um, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to play him. He's more of a DH, really, or first baseman. He's got decent first base ratings. But I don't know. We'll see. Number three, Jude Braley, also in the WBL. 360 plus pitches, good stamina. Um, yeah, decent guy. Number three, another one of those number three, number four type dudes. Number four, Lucio Tangles Escamilla, third baseman. Another one of those quintessential third base rating type dudes. Could play first too though, but more so a third baseman. 60 contact, 60 gap, 65 home run, 50 I, 50 Ks. Will be a really good third baseman if he continues to progress. Started off hot so far this year. And let's see, Christoph Utpadel, number 5, 60, 60, 60 as basic pitching ratings, 60 fastball, 75 possible curve, and a 45 change. 50 stamina, 30 hold runners. He's been pitching in the bullpen for me. He was a really good bullpen. Had like 70, 60, 60 ratings as a bullpen guy. But with that changeup being a 45, it makes him a viable possible starter. So if he can continue to progress, he would be a good starter pick. I'll hit one more right quick. Dobby here. I won't go in anymore. I've got more people that I like to look at, but that's my team, so of course I like to look at them. But we'll move along. Key West, number one prospect is Ryan Johnson, pitcher. Um, Stuff isn't overwhelming. Good movement, possible decent control. Number four, number five type guy here. He's 26, just turned 26. Not in the top 100. I know Tony was complaining about not having much as far as his farm system goes, so um, I like this guy's stuff. Dracula Rodriguez, another Dracula. Um, I like this guy's potential stuff, but his movement is not hitting on much. So, you can see how he goes. Armando, though, he's one to keep an eye on. If that movement can pop up a little bit, he would be a decent looking pitcher. Number three, Frederick Carbonetti. Ay, ay, ay. Um, yeah. Yeah, Tony, you're going to have to start building this farm system, bud. Good defense, and he's really good on the base paths, but that bat needs some help. Number four, Jaime Chacon. Good stuff. Movement and control's lacking a bit. He is a lefty, though. I don't know. We'll see. And number five, Freddie Salgado as a catcher with no arm. Good ability, just doesn't have the arm. Not going to strike out much. Can hit for a little power, but his eye is really low. So yeah, Tony, I see what you're talking about, man. Gonna have to start building that thing up. Las Vegas. Number 1 is Gilham Corradini, or Gilham. I don't know. These Italian names, I struggled with an Italian name in the South League video as well. They're really messing with me. Good stuff. 360 plus pitches. Good movement. Good potential movement. Control is going to be right there a little low, and that stamina and hold runners almost leads him more as a bullpen type guy. Oh, excuse me, it's getting late. But you could use him as a pitcher, a starter. Good looking dude. Number 51 overall prospect. Like his stuff. Canson, bullpen all the way to me, though he's got him a wacko as a starter. 2 pitches with only one of them being dominant and 45 stamina. I see him as a bullpen type guy. Um, yeah, he'll be a good bullpen type guy though. He can blow that fastball type by guys. Number 3, Nick Ploeg. Ploeg, I guess you're saying Ploeg. Outfielder, possible first baseman. Good ratings, really good ratings. I like his combination. Anytime you can get a combination of high I and high void Ks, I love that. If you can walk more than you strike out, beautiful. We'll hit for some power, not much gap. Gonna be a singles, a couple home runs, walk type guy. As a corner outfielder, not bad though. Really good prospect. Really, I like his batting ratings. Even if the overall potential stars don't show it, I like the batting ratings. 66 prospect overall. I like it. I like him being higher. I've seen prospects that are rated higher than that I don't like as much. Number 4, Miguel Perez. Um, Another bullpen type guy for me. He's got that third pitch, which makes guys want to use him as starters. And he might could be used as a starter, but um, looks like yeah, Las Vegas Doe. He's already got him as a relief pitcher, so that's good. Trujillo, left fielder. Ooh, that range. Could play first. That range is really low. That's lower than Kaniliak's that I'm worried about on my team. Like the bat though. Good power, good gap. And he's really good base runner, so he'll use that gap well. Interesting player. Lisbon, number 1. La Flama Blanca. Um, I love that Kenny was made. 65, 55, 65. Really, really good potential curveball and changeup. Slightly above average fastball and splitter. Um, could be a good pitcher one day. Still got some growing to do. He's only 19, so got that goatee. Love it. Hope he makes it to the WBL. I'll break out all my GIFs. Jimmy Lewis. Let's see, AAA. He's WBL ready, but he's rocking in AAA right now. Lisbon doesn't really need much as far as outfielders go. And Jimmy is kind of average for your corner outfielder. Number 3, another boys, but this one's not quite as keen. Wink, wink, hint, hint, haha. Yeah, he's got some decent stuff here to work with. It's 18. This will be his first year in A-ball, so. Number 4, Stefan Ejlov, out of Russia. Decent looking first baseman. Nothing mind blowing, but he'll do. He will do. Keith Kramer, really good speed, really good base paths type stuff. Third baseman, I would guess. Yeah, he could be a decent third baseman, especially if some of these ratings could pop a little bit. And that's Lisbon's top 5. Little Rock's top 5. Let's go number 1, Basuki Nohan Subaha. He was taken second overall in the 2051 draft. Um, Another one of those kind of guys where that third pitch is there. It makes you want to think, oh, he could start. But it's just so terrible. Um, it was a good ratings, though, even with only 2 pitches for him to still be a starter. So high stamina. I say give it a shot. I was I remember that draft I was not very high on taking him second because I figured he was just a bullpen type guy, but 70 fastball, 80 slider, if they're that damn good, give him a shot, see what happens. Number 2, Evane Andretti. Evane Andretti. Really good changeup. I'm surprised he's not starting for Little Rock already. I guess he wants to get that control up to 50 before he brings him up, so he's not walking dudes. But he's basically ready. He'd be a good number 3, number 4 type guy. He'd be a good number 3, really good number 4, in my opinion. Ulysses Fittipaldi, um, 25 years old, so he's a little old as far as prospects go. Decent catcher. Defensively, some of those ratings still need to come up, and he's he's running out of time for that contact to come up 10 points, avoid Ks to come up 15. I just afraid that's not going to happen. We'll see though. He could really come along this year, and he's a leader in the clubhouse, so that would be a nice addition. Number 4, Manny Encarnacion, um, bullpen type guy. If he changed his position to relief pitcher, that stuff would pop up another 5 to 10. So you're looking at a 55, 65, 60 or a 60, 65, 60 type reliever. Probably a 3-star type dude. So 2 to 3, somewhere around there. So yeah, another season or so he'd be ready. Although he's 25 as well, so he's got a couple guys that are reaching the end of their prospect life. And number 5, Albert O'Rourke. Possibly corner outfield if that defense pops. First base, maybe. It's not looking great there, but I like his bat. Good overall bat if it continues to progress. And that's Little Rock's top 5. Moscow, number 1, Steve Valentine. Really good curveball that has already progressed, though he has 35 stamina. So he has been chosen as a closer, as you can see. Yeah, it's going to have to be. More of a relief pitcher. I don't know if he's got stuff good enough for closer, but he could be a good middle relief type guy. Stephen Culley. Yeah, decent looking bat for a second baseman. Yeah, 4-star potential. Not in love with his defense, though it's passable. Yeah, if this stuff can get up there, be a good little second baseman. Number 3, Mark Wilson. Starting pitcher, yeah, good stuff. Fastball, good changeup, possibly. Age 22, he's getting up there. Stamina, hold runners, all good. Yeah, decent looking pitcher. Yeah, number 4, number 5 type guy. If he reaches his max potential there. Juan Hernandez, really good center fielder defensively. And that bat's good enough for a center fielder with that kind of defense. Yeah, 2.5-star potential, which is starter level. Number 5, Uves, whatever. He's Turkish. Third baseman, all the way in my opinion. Though he could play some second as let's see, so yeah, third or second. Bat, not much in the way of the bat really. Um, his top 4 prospects I like pretty good. That one's kind of lagging though. The riggers, number 1, Isam Nazi. Walk like an Egyptian. catch like an Egyptian. Really good defensive catcher. Really, really, really good. Um, a lot of power. I mean, what more could you ask for out of your catcher? Be really good defensively, be a baseball rat, and hit for a lot of power. That's what he's got out of him. The number 16 overall prospect. Number 2, Roosevelt Gonzalez. Really good first base prospect. Doesn't have the eye really, but he's got good high contact and good power, and he's good defensively. So happy. Number 3, Jose Vigil. Solid defensively, solid bat, average to above average at every or at every rating, um, and he'll be good enough for center field. So 2.5 stars, like I said, starter level. See if he reaches it. Leo Leckenby, another pickup from Buffalo in a trade. It's got a sinker, but nothing. His stuff's not overwhelming, but with that sinker and stuff, he's got good movement, good control. So number 4 type though with the riggers, he could be a damn ace. Lorenzo Munoz, sinker baller, changeup and screwball have high potential, but they've got a ways to go as he's only 19 years old. Um, yeah, good prospect, but 19, so he's got a ways to go. And that's the top 5 for the riggers. Like I said, I mean it's got some other guys down here that I could go into that one day will probably be good, but just gonna do top 5 for the sake of time. Looks like I'm already 47 minutes in. Lord have mercy. Valentin Karshev, top catching prospect in the league. Number 4 overall prospect for San Fran. Great defensively, great power, great eye, good contact. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's what you want out of your catcher. Number 2, Arthur Holbrook, pitcher. Looks good. Looks good. These ratings are good. 75 hold runners for right-handers. Great. Love seeing that. Sinker baller. Love sinker ballers. Sinker cutter curve. A little screwball action on the end. Yeah, he'll be a strong number 3, I would think. Um, Possibly a number 2. I like him. Juan Castillo. Strong right fielder. Basically the same batting ratings as my guy Tangles. Tangles is third baseman. This guy is a right fielder though. Will be a solid corner outfielder. 3.5 stars. So yeah, he's above starter level. For Alejandro Romero. First base, could play third too though. Could play third as well. He'd be an all-star level first base defensively, but could play third. High home run, a little bit of contact. Just a home run hitter really. Bombs away, Alejandro. And number 5, Patrick Zong. Not much in the way of stuff. Some decent stuff there, but it's all about movement control for this guy. Keeping it on the ground, hitting your spots. Though he's almost 26, so he's about WBL ready anyways. He's in AAA. Been in AAA for 3 seasons now, so find that man a spot on your roster. And last but not least, the Soul Glow. Let your soul glow. Love that movie. Voodoo here, number 14 prospect in the WBL. I don't know how he's all the way down at number 14. His bat's really good. I mean, really good. He should be a top 10 prospect, really, in my mind. I would even put him over Felix Alvarado on my team, who they've got as the number 3 prospect, I think, overall. I would assume that's just because of his potential power, because he has 75. But I would take this this combo here, in a heartbeat. I'm sure Carl's ready for him to be up there. And he's just destroying. Look, I mean, he came into A-ball hitting 287 as an 18-year-old. Yeah, he's going to be a good player. Really good player. He's already expecting to play in the majors. Really good player. He could probably play there right now too, honestly. Number 2 prospect, Bill Kimes. Good stuff. Good knuckle curve. It's kind of strange to see somebody with that high of a knuckle curve. Good stuff. Good movement. Great control. 3-star bleh, 3-star potential. Has pitched really well wherever he's gone. Just continues to get better each stop. So that's always good to see. See him as like a number 3 type guy. Elian Gonzalez Torres. 270s and a 55, 70 stamina. I like him a lot too. Could be another number 3 type. Um, you'd have those guys as number 2s and number 3s. You got Birkinshaw and up in the WBL already, so you add these guys to Birkinshaw and you're looking pretty solid. Number 4, Martin King. Well, okay then. 21 years old and you have not progressed past these current ratings? Come on, Martin. Love your defense, but you can do better. Off to a good start this season, but he batted 190 in A-ball last season. I don't know. We'll see what Martin turns out to be. And number 5, Kakno Yul Has So. That is such a name. Left fielder, 21 years old, so he's got some time to continue to progress, and he'll be a possible starter outfielder. Possible starting type outfielder. He's hit really well since joining. 22 homers last season in A-ball. It's pretty good. It's probably should have been in Double A coming straight out of college, but as a 20-year-old, give him some time. And he did well with it. All right, well, that's the top 5 prospects for each squad, and we'll come back in the next video and talk about each team's international complex and talk about their top prospects then. All right, appreciate it.